Alright everybody, this is Mike from SkyTeam Overland. I haven't put out any videos in a long time, as you guys can tell from my channel, and I've had a lot of things happening and going on in life. It's been over a year, but I want to start out with the channel all over again, kind of fresh start, getting back into it. So before I start talking about this new Jeep that I've got, I want to address all the people who have already been following this channel. So the Subaru owners and the Liberty owners that have been following me, just to let you know right now, there will not be any more Subaru content on this channel. So if you guys want to go ahead and unfollow, I totally understand. There will still continue to be Liberty content. I still do have my Liberty. I still plan to go on trips and do a lot of things with it. It just won't be as much as the Gladiator. So if you want to unfollow for that reason, I understand too. If you want to stick around and see more Liberty stuff, obviously stick around on here. Still watch me on Instagram or whatever. Yeah, so that's kind of the intro of my channel, I guess, and getting back into it. The other thing I wanted to talk about is I'm going to be changing my name. So if you guys have any ideas for a new channel name, let me know. My old one is no longer relevant, and it's just the partnership that I had isn't the same as what it used to be. Yeah, so let me know if you guys have any names for my channel or have any ideas or inputs on what I can change my name to rather than SkyTeam Overland. I'll still be doing Overland stuff and photography stuff, so that part of it's still applicable, but the SkyTeam is definitely going to be going away. Alright guys, so let's take a dive into this. Obviously, I have this brand new white Jeep that's never been on the channel before. If you've been following me on Instagram, the Jeep kind of just showed up out of nowhere. I didn't really give a history on how I got it or how all that happened. If you haven't been following me at all, I had another built-up Jeep Gladiator with a diesel engine on 37s, rooftop tent, bed rack, and pretty much everything. It was pretty much where it needed to be. It was done. I got into an accident, fell asleep while I was driving, and it ended up totaling out the entire Jeep. So I went through a whole process with insurance and all that. And once I got that situated, I started looking for another Jeep. So this one came from Long Range America and also Kmart America. Shortly after I wrecked mine, Ward Harris from Long Range America and Chris from Kmart reached out to me on Instagram and were like, hey, we recognize that you lost your vehicle and we might be selling our company vehicle / what we use to make our products off of. Being that it was a diesel, they needed to get their hands on a diesel Gladiator so they could start making the extended range tanks and also bumpers and stuff like that. So since they were willing to part with it, they kind of threw it out there and kind of let me ponder the idea, and then as I worked through everything with insurance, I got it all figured out and ended up hitting them back up and took the offer. And then I flew to Boise, Idaho, where their facility is. I met Ward and Chris and Aiden and hung out with them for a few hours, did the whole process of buying the Jeep, and then this is what I ended up with. I'm going to try to do an overland build with this one just like I did with the last one, in typical me fashion. I've already done something once. I've learned my lesson. I'm not going to do it again. That being said, this is going to be entirely different. So if you're interested in learning more about what I'm going to be doing to this, definitely follow along because it's going to happen very quickly. I'm very excited. Everything has been going very smoothly so far with this. I've only had this for about 2 weeks and we're in March right now. So my plan is to have this thing built where I want it to be before Expo West in Flagstaff at the end of May. So we got about 6-7 weeks, something like that, to kind of get it all prepped and get it ready to go. But I think we can do it. So definitely follow along. Anyway, let me hop around and show you some other parts of this Jeep. Okay, it's getting hotter and hotter. My camera keeps overheating. So real quick, to get you out of the sun, I know it's kind of a weird camera angle, but these are the Rock Slide Engineering rock sliders that come out when you open the door and they retract back up when you close it. They've got built-in lights on them, so at night when you're getting in and out, you can see. I was going to buy these on my other Jeep before I wrecked it anyway, so the fact that these already had it on it when I got it was just another selling point for this thing. It's definitely a huge factor into why I chose to get this Jeep. But yeah, quick function on how that works, and I'll throw some B-roll in here too. They come out with authority, as my friend says. They definitely come out pretty quick, and if they hit your shin, I can tell you that it does hurt. Pretty cool. Alright guys, so obviously the most obvious thing that you're going to notice about this Gladiator is the bumper in the back. This is a brand new to the market as of like a few weeks ago, production bumper. This is from Kmart America and Long Range America. They paired together and they came up with this. Everything came in from overseas. As of right now, they have a bunch in stock in the warehouse. So if you guys are seeing this video, hit up Kmart or Long Range America on Instagram. Talk to Chris, talk to Ward, talk to Aiden. All those guys are super helpful, and they can get you one of these if you're trying to get your hands on one. So 40-inch tire capable carrier. Obviously this is a dual swing out, so you've got the double jerry can holder on that side and the tire on this side. These giant, massive, heavy-duty latches, and these are adjustable up and down. So you know, if I get a heavier tire and there starts to be a little bit of sag because of the weight towards the end of the arm, I can adjust this to help raise it up and latch it in the right spot. It's got integrated turn signals, tail lights, running lights, reverse lights, all that. It also takes the camera that's normally up here in the tailgate and it moves it to right here in the center. So for people who are wondering, oh, what's the camera look like and all that, it's right there. So you're seeing all of this rather than being up there where it normally is. And there's no issues with that whatsoever. This also is the first bumper to have the integrated backup sensors into it. So all the factory sensors are still maintained. It's got a built-in hitch as well as rated tow points. So over here, it's got the essentially integrated spots for your high lift. You can slap it right in there and lift the bumper up. It also has built-in and integrated rock sliders. So if you have the Rubicon, you have those ones that bolt on separate from the bumper, whereas this is all one piece. It's not going to go anywhere. And this tube runs all the way through. It's integrated into the hitch as well. It's pretty stout. The factory bumper on, I think, all the Gladiators only had like four or six bolts holding it on. This thing's got like 8 on each side or something ridiculous. It's incredible. Like, it's not going to go anywhere. Let me open this up and show you guys how this works. All right, so pretty easy latch system. Obviously, you just open it up how you would with any normal latch, and then it hooks on here in the back. You just make sure that hook comes out past. And then it's got gas struts on the back side of the arm, which you'll see once I open this. That'll actually help open this all the way. And you can see the strut right here. It's on both arms the same way. So again, undo the latch. You want to make sure that your latch is off that hook there, and then open it up. All right, so here's how it looks when it opened. You can see that there's gas struts on both sides that will hold this open. You have to pull relatively hard to get it to come back in. I think if you were trying to open it on a very, very steep sideways grade, where you're very, very off camber, obviously that wouldn't be the ideal time to do it. I don't know that it would hold on that, especially with the weight of cans and a bigger spare tire on here. But I have not tested that out, so I don't know if that's accurate. It may actually hold just fine. There's stoppers on the back side, obviously to keep it from swinging all the way open and damaging the side of the Jeep. So obviously right here is your trailer harness wiring and all that from the factory, all set up the same way. Just pop right through the bumper and mount it to it. Pretty slick. This is the Truck Covers USA retracting aluminum, I believe. It's not steel, it's aluminum tonneau cover. If I were to keep any sort of tonneau cover and not have a bed rack on here, which I plan on putting a bed rack on, if I were to keep one on here, this is the one that I would have for sure. I've seen a lot of other ones, like the roll-up ones, other like folding, like flip over onto itself kind, and I'll say they all seem to really suck in comparison to this. This is pretty stout. You can open the tailgate without opening the tonneau cover, which is really cool. And I also sat on top of this while the tailgate was open, and it didn't budge or move at all. It is locking. I'm about to open it up here with this key. It retracts all the way up into there, and when it does, this whole rail system here stays. So if you have load bars with, like, say, bikes on top, you can still access the bed underneath because the retracting system is independent from the rails on the side. If that didn't make sense, I'll just show you. So real easy. Put your key in there. That's it. There's also a feature on here which I discovered that actually locks along the way into each individual thing. You can kind of hear that as I pull it. So it'll lock in place right there. So if you need to have it part way open, it'll stay right there. It's not going to move, and then it'll click into the next spot. But I don't know if you heard when I was pulling it, it was clicking at each individual spot along the way. So it's pretty cool. And then, like I said, it's locked in there. It's independent of the tailgate, so I can still put the tailgate down. But I have no use for this thing. I'm gonna get rid of it. I'm gonna sell it. It may already be sold by the time I finish this video and post it. I'm not entirely sure. But if not, I mean, still comment. Ask me if it's sold if you're interested. I might still have it. But yeah, it's pretty neat. All right, so I guess to wrap this up, I think I talked about everything. To wrap this up, I want to thank everybody who's been following me on Instagram and also this YouTube page for however long it's been that I haven't put out a video, and you guys are still here, still watching stuff. I had really good views on my Jeep Liberty walk around and even some of the Subaru Crosstrek videos that I made. I'm not going to delete any of those videos. They're going to stay there, but like I said in the beginning, there will not be any more Subaru content. If there is, it's only when I'm meeting up with people. I no longer have a Subaru, and so it's not applicable to what I do. But I'm still really good friends with a lot of the Subaru groups here in Texas, so I will at least be going on trips with them and have some sort of Subaru content. I'm also still in the Jeep Liberty groups. I still have mine. I also have some plans for that. Not as big of plans as I have at this, but still plans. So if you're a Liberty follower, you don't have to leave. I still love you. That being said, that's it.